examples of when you might need to have access to your OneDrive files outside of the Microsoft applications?
Well, if you're, say, attaching something to an employee's HR record, or
Sure.
if you're attaching a file to a client's CRM for a sales call or something.
Sure.
Or if you're trying to take information from a spreadsheet, put it into a database.
Sure.
You might need to access it.
Yeah, those are all good reasons. Or you might want to have local copies if you're going to be offline. Maybe you're going to be on an airplane or somewhere else where you won't have internet access, and you want to have some documents to work on while you're offline.
Right.
So we can accomplish all that. We can get access to all of those files by using the OneDrive sync applications. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
We're here in our web browser in Windows 10. And you might remember when we first came into OneDrive, we talked about these links down here in the lower left. And one of them says, get the OneDrive apps. Now, the interesting thing about Windows 10 is it does have a OneDrive app built in. So if I go over here to my system tray, I'll see the little to-cloud icon that shows there's a OneDrive app. For this example, I'm not going to use that one because there's an updated version called the Next Generation Client that we can get access to from here. So Ben, this is probably a good time to mention that right now OneDrive is in a little bit of a transitional phase. So OneDrive prior to 2015 worked in a certain way. OneDrive and OneDrive for Business tended to be separate. They were separate applications. They worked very differently. The features were different. OneDrive for Business in particular had some specific limitations. So for example, you could not use the OneDrive sync agent to upload files that were bigger than 2 gigabytes. So if you have any files that are bigger than 2 gigabytes, which is pretty big, but it happens, then they would cause errors. Also, it would have a limit of 20,000 files in total for your entire sync library. So if you had more than 20,000 files, which again sounds like a lot, but we've actually had quite a few clients we've worked with that have had hundreds of thousands of files,
right,
then the OneDrive for Business client couldn't sync that.